Have you ever looked at someone else's life and thought, if only I had that, I would be truly happy? Jian, a stonecutter who lived in a small, sunny village near a big mountain, felt this way a lot. For many years, Jian was happy. He spent his days hitting stone with his hammer and chisel. He shaped stones into nice flat pieces for village paths or strong blocks for new houses. He woke up with the sun, ate simple food, and slept well. His body was tired, but his heart was light. People respected him for his skill. The mountain, his quiet friend, gave him stones to work with every day. Life for Jian was calm and steady. One very hot afternoon, Jian was resting under an old olive tree. A fancy carriage came through the village. It had silk flags and shiny metal wheels. A rich merchant stepped out. He had many rings on his fingers and wore expensive clothes. He shouted orders to his helpers, and his voice was loud and strong. Then he sat down and fanned himself with a feather from a peacock. Ah, Jian thought, feeling a little bit jealous. I wish I were a merchant, to have so much money, to have people respect me, to not work in the dust and sweat. Right after he thought this, something strange happened. The air around him seemed to shake, and suddenly, Jian was no longer a stonecutter. He was the merchant. He had more money than he could imagine, clothes softer than clouds, and helpers who did everything he asked. But his money did not bring him peace. It brought worry. He worried about prices changing, about other merchants trying to cheat him, and about losing all his money. His days were full of worried thinking and nights without sleep. This is not happiness, he sighed. The peacock feather felt heavy in his hand. This is like a beautiful cage. Then, a powerful official, dressed in bright red robes, rode by. The villagers bowed low, speaking in quiet voices out of respect. The official looked strong and important. His words seemed to be the law. To be an official, Jian wished, to have so much power, to make choices that change lives, to be free from the worries of money. And just like before, he became the official. Power felt good at first, but it came with big problems. Endless requests from people, tricky political games, and the heavy duty of caring for so many lives. People watched him all the time. They feared him more than they loved him. The freedom he thought he would have was not real. It was replaced by the never-ending demands of his job. No, he whispered, feeling alone and cold with all his power. This is not being happy. One day, very tired from all the difficult official work, Jian looked up at the sun in the middle of the day. It shined brightly, giving light and warmth to everything. Its power was clear. To be the sun, he wished, wanting its bright simplicity and power that no one could challenge. Right away, he became the sun. He filled the world with golden light. He felt huge and giving life. But then, a thick, dark cloud moved in front of him. It blocked his light, making the world below dark and cool. He could not stop it. His power, it seemed, had limits. Then, to be the cloud, Jian complained, annoyed that he could not stay strong. He changed into a large, floating cloud. He moved easily across the sky, making cool shadows wherever he wanted. He felt free and without worries. But soon, a strong wind began to blow. It pushed him, pulled at his edges, and broke him apart. He was moved by a power he could not see. "To be the wind," he shouted, feeling the wild, strong power he now had. He rushed across the land, bending trees, lifting dust, and making the ocean waves big. He was endless, unstoppable. But as he blew strongly, he met the huge mountain near Jian's village. He blew and blew with all his strength, but the mountain stayed firm. It did not move. It was a quiet giant against his anger. He could not move it. He could not wear it down. Jian felt frustrated. He looked at the mountain, strong and still. "To be the mountain," he said, wishing for its unmoving strength, its quiet peace forever. He became the mountain, old and grand. He watched seasons pass, not touched by the small worries of the world. He felt truly wonderful, until, far below, he heard a small, steady clink-clank. A tiny person was chipping away at his base, slowly, patiently, changing his very form. It was a stonecutter. Jian suddenly understood, like a flash of lightning. The stonecutter, with his simple tools and steady hands, was the only one who could truly affect the strong mountain. The stonecutter, his first self, had a quiet power that the merchant, the official, the sun, the cloud, and the wind, even with all their greatness, did not have. At that moment, the world shimmered again, and Jian was back in his own dusty clothes. His chisel felt cool in his hand, and he smelled the familiar scent of stone in the air. He looked at his tired hands, not with dislike, but with deep respect. He picked up his tools, and now his movements had a new meaning. He carved the stone not just as a job, but like working together with the mountain, a dance between what a person wants and nature's strength. His work became like thinking quietly, each chip showing the quiet power of his own hands and heart. Jian found real happiness not by becoming what he wanted, but by seeing the strength and value in who he already was. He learned that the biggest power is not about what you get or what you control. It's about the peace you find inside yourself, being thankful for the simple gifts in your own life. Sometimes, in chasing what others have, we forget the quiet power of what we already hold, the value of our effort, the strength in our resilience, the peace in knowing I am enough. So next time you wish you had what someone else has, take a moment. Look at your own hands, your own skills, your own special place in the world. What mountain can you shape? What simple, quiet power do you have that is truly valuable? Maybe, like Jian, you will find that everything you really need for happiness is already there, just waiting for you to see it. If this story reminded you of something you've been chasing, pause for a second. You might already have what you need. And hey, if you found even a moment of peace or perspective here, consider subscribing. I share stories like this to help you learn, grow, and heal, one story at a time. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep showing up, just as you are.